It is spiritless to think you cannot attain to that which you have seen and heard the masters attain. The masters are men. You are also a man.
Eliminate all.
Sharp like an edge of a samurai sword, the mental blade cut through flesh and bone. Though my mind's at peace, the world out of order. Listen, then the heat that gets colder. Oh yes, I have to find my path. No less walk on earth, water and fire. The elements compose a matter. Opus melodious operandis amalgam. Steel packed tight in micro. Chip on my armor, a sign of all pro. The ultimate reward is not out of war. That odds with the times and wars with no lords. A freelancer, a battle cry of a hawk, make the dove fly and the tear dry. Wonder why lone wolf don't run with the clan, only trust the instincts and be one with the plan. Some days, some nights, some live, some die, and the way of the samurai. Some fight, some bleed, some up, some down.
That's right. Nobody messes with the samurai.
Hey guys, what's up, man? I'm back after 2 weeks of vacation for another episode of StyleBeasting podcast with me, Dylan Wall. I took the 2 weeks off because I was thinking of a better way to. I was thinking how I could do this podcast better, and the other DSPs I could put my platform on, because I think it probably won't be this week. It'll be next week when officially all my stuff will be on YouTube. And I'm going to try Spotify also and see what that's talking about. And maybe iTunes too. Well, definitely iTunes. But for that it's weird because iTunes has some rules talking about your cover art and stuff like that. And I change it from the original. I don't know if they're still going to hit me with some kind of bullshit, because I'm just editing, photoshopping manga covers and stuff in there and add them in, or I put myself in and I edit it with the manga cover. So I don't know if they're going to hit me with some shit like that because of that, because I don't know how that works in the legal world. I guess I should start looking at that more too. But I'm going to definitely start putting this on YouTube and Spotify and mad faster. iTunes, I'm still going to look into that because I don't want to get sued at all, really. I guess I've been really working my ass off the past 2 weeks too, so I really haven't got the chance to relax, because I've been it's been a hectic ass work weeks for me, and life weeks too. We lost a lot of people. I lost my Uncle Roosevelt this week, and we're still losing people due to the virus and other calamities or self-calamities that we do upon ourselves, or the world does to us. So it was just a lot on my mind with all the shit going on in my own personal and my own mental, not illness, but my own mental mental facets, yeah, that I got going on. So now, off of, I guess, the informative and not so happy time talk, and get on to the meat and potatoes of this podcast. Today we are going to be talking about One Piece, and basically I'm really going to be going over not the entire One Piece thing. I'm just going to be going over Wano, and even then I'm not going to go over the entire Wano arc so far, because it's like 3 arcs and might be 5, and it's like hell of a lot of challenges, hell of a lot of chapters to get through. But this is really just gonna be a One Piece overview over the last 10 chapters. So get ready for it. And I guess I'll start off with today's episode. Yeah, today's episode, well, yesterday's episode was the episode that I've been waiting fucking forever fucking for. Is Zoro getting Enma for the first, well, not getting Emma, but being told about Emma, which I understand what the anime is trying to do, because apparently, well, in the manga, and spoiler alert if you're not that caught up on One Piece, they showed Odin giving Kaido that X on his chest for the first time. Now in the manga, you don't see it at that time. You see it probably like in the Odin flashback, or Chadin, as people like to call him, because he's like the ultimate dude. Like freaking when they do Odin's flashback and they tell about all the shit that he did, like Odin was a real ass nigga. Odin was like, I think at the age of like 14, he took every prostitute out of the brothel, and like they followed him home. And like he killed a bear at the age of 8 with a fucking rock, and like crushed it. So Odin is a very, very much of a Chad. He's a man's man.
Yes!
And I can't wait to see. Well, in the flashback, I don't know if the flashback is that long. Even if it is long like I think it is, it might be longer because of the anime. It's still gonna be good because of, spoiler again, all the shit Odin did to become the man that he is today. Joining Whitebeard's crew, having to like hold on to a chain on the boat for like 3 days until Whitebeard let him on the ship, because Odin is literally like trying to get out of Wano because Wano closed off from the rest of the world. He just goes on excursions being a pirate and taking Cat Viper and Kiku with him. I think Dogstorm's with him too. But like he was going on adventures, meeting Goldie Rogers for the first time and getting worked by him with one move. And then finding out that Gold Rogers and Whitebeard are probably like the roughest, strongest niggas at that time, because I think you could look this up too, because this panel of this chapter was pretty fucking fire. It was Gold Rogers, and mind you, Gold Rogers doesn't have a devil fruit. He's just a regular nigga like Garp. He put an absurd amount of armament hockey on his blade. It was to the point where it looked like lightning, and Whitebeard did the same. Now we haven't seen Whitebeard put armament hockey on his level 3 black armament hockey, like, because there's different versions of armament hockey. It's the invisible armament hockey, and then it's when you just turn your hand, body, or whatever part you're using black at that time. But Whitebeard, and this is young Whitebeard, like blonde hair Whitebeard, which is weird because Whitebeard having blonde hair and a Whitebeard was weird. And he just out of nowhere came out with his giant glaive and like clashed. And mind you, it was so powerful they didn't even touch. It was like the lightning touched before the weapons ever did. And Odin was just like, "What the fuck?" Because like if you're from Wano, and mind you, Odin was not a pushover. Odin's not weak at all. But to see a nigga like competing with your captain on like a whole nother level, because Gold Rogers one-shotted Odin. He got back up and ran, but like he came out of nowhere and just did a sword move and knocked his ass all the fuck back. But that's for the I think that might be Act 3. Yes, Act 3. Yeah, I think Odin's flashback is the entire Act 3 if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, so don't quote me.
Stupid!
Let's see. What else? Oh, so back to Wano in order. So Wano, there's been a bunch of spoilers for the past couple of weeks on the recent chapters. I think the one I didn't look at all of them. I saw some of them. I think I saw the one, if I'm right, it was 995, and it was when you saw Kaido raise Onigashima up and lift it, which was like, even if Kaido is like the second strongest Yonko, which he is,
Yes!
it's like Shanks has to be like God, bro, because like the fact that I truly believe that Shanks is beating Kaido. He's not like one-shotting him, but he's beating him. To beat Kaido as a regular ass nigga with just one arm is fucking ridiculous. Now, if the One Piece games are right, Shanks had a giant red hockey lightning sword and fought Kaido and stopped time. Now, this is crazy. Well, I'm jumping ahead because I'm not supposed to be talking about that till later. But the spoilers were crazy for that when that chapter came out. And I guess to that, I will speak on spoilers on the timeline and in real life. I'm not the spoiler guy. I don't come out of nowhere and just be like, oh, freaking, what's a spoiler? What's a good spoiler? Oh, fuck, what's a good spoiler? Damn, I don't even. Oh, fucking in Chainsaw Man, Denji ate Mikami. Like, I don't be yelling that shit out. Also, I'm definitely going to be talking about Chainsaw Man in the probably in the next two or three episodes. So get ready for that. But yeah, I don't throw out spoilers. Now I will, if I'm like having a conversation with somebody and we're just like talking and I yell it out. I don't do that on purpose, but I have a beef with you not. Now I understand that the guys who don't read manga, you don't want to read it. I am fully on. I understand you. I'm on your side, but get your panties out your ass if I mention something, my nigga. Well, I do understand. Like, hey, some people don't want to read manga, so I'm all for that, but I'm not. You can't use it. I'm not gonna let you use that excuse all the time. I'm not. I can't. I'm sorry. I cannot let you. I cannot literally stop my conversation because oh my god. Spoiler. Now I do respect it. I'm not gonna just be out. No, I'm not gonna say fuck you and just say it. But if I just like yell out and you get mad, suck my dick. I'm not about to hear that shit. Like no. Yeah, like freaking like I know that spoilers fuck up because people get the spoilers early. Like in this Discord I'm in, I get freaking One Piece chapters on Thursday and they're not officially put in the whole entire internet, I should say, until Sunday. And I guess people like, oh, that's what I meant. For the One Piece spoiler of 997 when Zoro cut Apu, niggas was mad about that spoiler. And when they found out that Kaido might actually just be a fucking dragon and not just a Delphi user, like niggas was mad about that. And I can understand that to a certain degree, but at the same time, like nigga, and I'm not the super One Piece fanboy. I like One Piece, but like if I was reading One Piece and I was like having a discussion and like niggas were like, man, don't spoil it. Man, you better kiss my ass, bro. I've been reading One Piece. And I'm speaking on the guys who read it. I've been reading One Piece for fucking forever. And I know I had to. I'm going to respect people. Be like, hey, I'm not going to go out of my way and just be a dick and spoil shit. But fuck that. Fuck you, man. If I love One Piece and I just saw some hype shit, like on some hype shit, like when Zoro cut Apu, I posted that. I was like, fuck everybody. I don't give a fuck. If you got attitude with me, fuck you. That move was the best. See, I love freaking Zoro when he did Sing Sing Son Son against anybody because it's cool. Like spoilers like that, I understand because you don't want to be like spoiled because everybody thought, oh, Zoro's trash because he get beat by a nigga named Apu, and the supernovas ain't nothing to fuck with. I know they look like they may all right, except Bonnie. Bonnie, you can sleep on Bonnie. But all the other ones I wouldn't sleep on because them niggas. And for some weird reason, every supernova is getting like, I wouldn't say screen time, but like I feel like the supernovas is gonna play a super big role in the next, not the next arc, in the final arc of One Piece, because all the supernovas that we've seen so far have done something. It's, well, Bonnie didn't do anything, but she snuck into the world ravine to get Kuma back. So I'll give her that. You snuck in. You want some sneaky Black Widow type shit, on espionage type shit. So I'll let that slide. I'll let that go. So all the supernovas had done something, if not spectacular, something that they did was either essential or they had a mission. So we go Luffy, Pirate King, Zoro. Well, I'm talking about feats. Luffy, we already know Luffy's the main character. Zoro cut Pika. He got the legendary sword of Odin. He's going to kill Kaido. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He's killing Kaido. Fuck out of here. Kid beat one of the Big Mom's lead commanders. Even though he left and dipped, he still fought him. Let's see, what's another one? Euros beat a couple of the Big Mom pirates. He lost to Cracker, but he was already like, it was basically a war of attrition because you already had to fight all of Big Mom shit. So yeah. Drake, well, Drake's a Marine. Hawkins. Actually, no, I take that back. I don't think all the supernovas did something cool. Because now I'm thinking about Hawkins. Well, Hawkins is a real nigga. I call him Walkins because he just walked down niggas. Because I never seen Hawkins run from a nigga at all. I have yet to see Hawkins just to run from a nigga. He may get his ass cut up by Law next episode, which is funny. But yeah, not all the supernovas have done something really spectacular, but they're cool and and if they don't do nothing now, they're gonna have an arc where the supernovas do something on their own. But back to the anime, yeah, freaking the episode today, it was kind of straight. I thought it was better than what I thought. It was better than what I thought because I fucking hate. I got tired of like the slow pacing, so I wanted to see Emma right now. But for today's episode, it was basically us going over fucking Kamawatsu's past and what he was doing before he got before he went to jail and while he was in jail. So he was trying to kill himself. This man was trying to kill himself because he failed Odin, which I understand, man. Like Kaido came and fucked the whole shit up, and I'll be done. And Kaido fucked everybody up. Like, let's be clear, Kaido 20 years ago was a problem. 20 years ago he was a problem. Now this nigga's even worse. So Kamawatsu was going to commit seppuku and kill himself until he met Gabimaru, which ended up being a fucking dog. Which, if you read the manga, you knew, and it makes sense because of the fox thing. Like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in Japan's lore, mythical lore, the fox is like a sly demon, sly animal that could transform and take other people's not skin, but like hide itself well, like on some like ninja type shit. Funny enough. And while Kamamatsu was away for 13 years, Onimaru or Gabimaru, the big guy who stole Zoro's Susui sword, was actually collecting the blades from the mountain ridge for 13 years. So when the war starts, the samurais have something to fight Kaido with. And that was the whole episode. But the main reason I watched the episode is for the last 4 minutes of the real episode, and it was Hiri telling Zoro, hey, I can't give you back Susui because that's the heart and soul of Wano. Fuck Wano. Hey, I love this arc of Wano, but my nigga, I'm literally whooping. I'm like, Zoro's the best swordsman on fucking Wano. Fuck what you heard. No swordsman in Wano is better than Zoro. I'm sorry. Like, he's beating Denjiro, that nigga with the pompadour. He was gonna beat his ass. Now, with 3 swords. Now, I'm not saying Zoro is trash with 2, but there's no way in hell if you give Zoro his base 3 swords, well, not base 3 swords, but if you give him 3 swords, he's clapping Denjiro easily.
Yes, sir.
In my opinion. And here he's saying, hey, I can't give you back Susui because it's the treasure of Wano, whatever. And he gets pissed off like I would, because I told Brian this too. Fuck Wano. Nigga, I literally am better than everybody here.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
even, like, nigga, y'all can't even fucking fight half of y'all. And half of y'all is trash now in the past 20 years. Fucking, so I'm better off keeping Susui. But she's like, I can't give you that sword, but I could give you one of the 2 great swords that my father held. Emma. Now I'm gonna really like how they say Emma, because it has like this, like, they put Emma up there beyond the other sword, which I can understand, because I think Emma is a black blade and the other one isn't. I might be wrong. I think they both are black blades, but I think Emma is the more famed one. I don't know why it's the more famed one. They obviously both cut Kaido. I don't know. That's weird. But freaking, you get to see the scene of Odin running, and they're showing Odin a little bit more in character, because in the episode where we first when we see Odin talk to Yasue, he's blacked out. You can't really see nothing but his outfit, and that haircut is trash to me. I love Odin, but damn, Odin, they could have gave him a different haircut. And his outfit was kind of butt at first. I've grown to like it, but the pants legs could have been longer. That's the only thing that pissed me off about Odin. His hair and his pants legs, which is funny. But you find that Odin, like, the animation they did that's why I can't wait for fucking next year, because next year, I'll say episode 960. I want to say 960, 950. Well, what episode we at? No, we're at 950 now. When we get to chapter, like, episode, like, when we get to the 900, the 990s or 980s, that's when the shit's gonna get real in the next couple episodes too. But next year is where they go to Oroshima and they go to fight Kaido. Those episodes are gonna be fucking immaculate. Like, when you see fucking, what was the best part? I think no, that's next episode when you see the numbers. When the Straw Hats get together for like some Power Ranger type shit, that's gonna be a great chapter. Excuse me, that's gonna be a great chapter. But back to what I was talking about. Yeah, the Emma episode was great. The next episode is gonna be about Apu and his ass summoning the numbers. Which this is the reason why I wish I was still in Durham, because Brian will give me more help on what the fuck numbers are. All I know is they're just fucking giant monsters that are really fucking strong, and I think they are part of an ancient race type shit that people were speculating about in One Piece. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but the numbers come in next episode, and these motherfuckers are big. And I finally get to see them animated, because in the manga, I think they'll keep it the same. All you see is the silhouettes, and them niggas are big. Because when I first seen them, I was like, does Kaido have family? Because one of them have like a fucking mace that Kaido had, but it was just like a random big guy. So yeah, the next couple episodes of One Piece is probably going to be pretty fire. I think. Yeah, it should be, because I think the episode after fucking the numbers is everybody getting together and not showing off what they have, but like getting together finally after being away from so long. And probably one of my favorite scenes, one of my favorite one of my one good scene in fucking Wano was actually no, it's just probably it's the same chapter. Is Zoro actually touching Emma and actually like wielding it, which I can't fucking wait, because you find out that Emma takes the haki from you. So when Zoro picked it up, it's so strong it drained the haki from his body. So like his muscles on his arm looked like a scrawny arm, and he had to forcibly take the haki back from the sword. So think about that. The sword that Odin had was so strong that it took the haki from his body, and Odin carried that sword with him everywhere and fought his ass off against like the strongest of enemies. And we never saw like his muscles or him like feel like his body was deteriorating because of using the sword. Like that speaks volumes on how strong Odin is. I mean, he did like fight with Whitebeard and fought like some strong guys. So like Odin, everybody in like when Whitebeard was like at his peak, like peak Whitebeard and peak Goldie Rogers, if you were on that team in the early years, and I'm not talking about like Shanks when he was a teenager, I'm talking about like before Gold Rogers died. Like if you were in that echelon when them niggas were running around, you're gonna be OP. I don't give a fuck who you are. But aside from that, I'm done with talk. I'm done. I guess I've finished the One Piece anime part of the episode of the podcast episode, and we're gonna start getting into the meat and potatoes of why I did this episode. I'm here to talk about the last 10 chapters of One Piece Wano Kun Act 3. So now, those who don't read One Piece, you guys are missing out. And even if you are, or if you're watching One Piece in Wano right now, stop what you're doing and read it. Like, I'm like, take it from me. I read a lot of manga. This is top tier. Like, the shit that happened in these last 10 chapters is fucking fire. So I guess let's start with 988. And I think for a couple chapters back and leading up to like probably like 2 or 3 chapters ago from 998, we were dealing with Beiji. The gang, the mobster Supernova, and his family and his wife's twin sister. That and their family, that shit was just crazy, man. I got tired of it. I mean, granted, we don't see Beiji a lot, and I guess in the Whole Cake Island, we were like, oh shit, we remember your twin sister Lola in the Thriller Bark, which was like like 400 episodes ago. Yeah, we remember her. And and them meeting each other and them meeting their fucking father, which Big Mom didn't like show anybody because Big Mom hates. I mean, I wouldn't say Big Mom hates him, but Big Mom just like fucks guys, gets pregnant, and then throws their dads out to the dust. Which, granted, is Big Mom. So what are you gonna do? Fight Big Mom? Fuck no. Big Mom can take your soul, well, half of your life away, and beat the shit out of you. Like, and we're not even talking about the kids. Like, I feel bad for a weak ass nigga trying to, like, not weak, as in like weak in compared to like Katakuri, because Luffy had a struggle fighting that, and Luffy is low different a lot of niggas in the, well, he's low different, like, yeah, he's a little low different a lot of niggas in the One Piece world, but like, you have to be a whole different type of, you have to be Kaido, because bro, Katakuri whooped Luffy almost. And if you fucking check out her other kids, they're fucking monsters too. Oven, Daifuku, Smoothie. Oh my god, Big Mom has to work. I don't know why I'm talking about Big Mom, but other than that, fucking the Beige cover story arc was annoying, but it was kind of cool. But 998 was really Kaido. Well, because the chapter previously, the 9 red scabbards stabbed Kaido because Kaido's scared of. Kaido and Orochi are both scared of Odin. Kaido won't admit it, but he has mad PTSD. Like every time he like sees like or feels like a semblance of Odin, he like his scar starts tingling and he starts like getting worried. But back to the chapter. So 98 is him rising up from getting stabbed by the 9 scabbards and telling them, hey, you're gonna meet me on the top of the roof, we're gonna fight this shit out like a raid boss. And you know his I like to call him his right hand man, Jack, even though people shit on him a lot. Jack is a really cool character. I don't know why. I like woolly mammoths and he's a cool guy. Even though he did some fuck shit in Zoe, he's still a cool guy. So you see all the freaking animal people from Zoe, the warriors, they're just like, oh man, it's good that the full moon's out, because when the full moon's out, they go into their Sulong form, which is just basically them. It's like, think of when humans go into werewolf, it's just them becoming a big ass beast version of themselves, and they're all white and they're really strong. Now, the 3 Musketeers do it, Dog Storm do it, Cat Viper does it, and they're all growling at Kaido saying, we're gonna knock you the fuck out. And Jack and the Pleasures? Yeah, the Pleasures try to fight. And in the same chapter, fucking you see everybody on a couple floors down, confused because Momonosuke's chained up and they're trying to free him. Well, Shinobu's trying to free that nigga, and she gets worked by King. But my nigga Swanji, aka Sanji, the best fucking kicking character in anime ever. I want to say that with my heart. In his raid suit, aka the Black Power Ranger, gets attacked by King, which even though I want to see that fight, even though I'm mad that we're getting, and this is a little head, Black Maria versus Sanji. Oh god, I want to see fire kicks versus fire kicks. And in the same chapter, fucking Luffy and Yamato, aka Kaido's daughter / son. Yamato's a girl, but she goes by like Odin because she reveres Odin as like. Well, even no. She even then, fucking Kaido calls him a girl. He probably calls her Yamato a girl because she calls herself Odin, and I don't know. It's weird. It's fucking weird. Because in the same chat, because when Luffy tells her go save Momonosuke, she's like, shouldn't I save Momonosuke because that's my son, even though it's not her fucking son, because she's not Odin, but she wants to be Odin. I don't know. Yamato is weird. And I think that's because I think she's gonna join the crew because she's that fucking weird. And after Luffy tells Yamato this, Big Mom comes out of nowhere and smacks the fuck out of the palace with Ivanka's sovereignty, which is fucking crazy because Big Mom has beef with fucking Luffy for like multiple reasons. And fucking Nami tries to take Zeus from Big Mom again, which I thought would work, but she just took him back because I don't even know, man. I'll be honest with you, man. I skipped a lot of Whole Cake Island because I thought it was going to be Sanji in his Power Ranger outfit fighting his Power Ranger family, but it was just him cooking the cake. And I understand Sanji's a cook, he has to cook, but goddamn, bro, like the only fight he did was against his dad, Luffy, his brothers, but some of that was off screen, and fucking he didn't fight his what was his brother name? Sanji, I forgot. Whatever the red Power Ranger fucking brother was, yeah, that nigga. Like he didn't fight him. I don't know why. But Big Mom tries to clap the whole entire Straw Hats with Zeus, but fucking the main guys, Brooke and fucking Frankie, ride in and split Zeus in half and fucking do donuts on fucking Big Mom's face, which was fucking hilarious because fuck Big Mom. Even though a lot of people like Big Mom, I like Kaido better than Big Mom in the Yonko territory. But I'm scared of Big Mom because Big Mom ain't nothing to fuck with. I'm not stupid enough to be like, oh, Big Mom's weak. Like, no. Big Mom one-shotted Luffy out of Gear 4 and had that nigga unconscious. So I'm not going to sit here and say that. Nah, you wildin'. And I go on to 989 is really 989 is really fucking Luffy trying to get to the top of the fucking tower to fight Kaido before anybody dies, because even though the Samurai Wano have beef with Kaido, like, let's be honest, they are no match for Kaido. I don't even think they're any match for the Flying Six, honestly. And in 989, man, like Luffy and them try to get to the top. Them niggas is fighting everybody. Like Frankie's shitting on niggas in this chapter, which I really, really love, because I love fucking Frankie. People say Frankie's new armor in the post-time skit was stupid. It's actually appropriate and actually fucking cool. Because Frankie's getting hit by that train and becoming a cyborg, and after getting his ass kicked, everybody getting their ass kicked in Sabaody and becoming, like, I want to say freaking, in the second season of Power Rangers, the Blue Ninja Ranger who became a Megazord, that's who Frankie reminds me of, is that nigga. Just a lot more jokes and a bigger pervert. So Frankie out here radical beaming the whole team, tag team with Robin and Jinbei, which is crazy, because Jinbei just joined the team and is doing combos with Robin, because Jinbei has only been with the crew for like maybe half an arc and leaving, because he did the same thing on Fishman Island. So, because you didn't see Jinbei until Luffy was trying to rip his arm off, which is stupid as fuck. And they just roll Big Mom's fat ass up out of there. Thank God, because if Big Mom was going to stay there, she was going to get clapped. The the main two Topiropo niggas, fucking Queen and King, stop Luffy from getting to the top. Which, if you look in the panel, Queen took a bite out of fucking Zoro, like an actual bite, like he was chomping on that nigga, because you could see like the lines of him chomping him and like spitting him out, and he just landed on the ground all like easy and shit. Now Sanji got fucking pierced by King into this building. Now, if it wasn't for that suit, he would have got clapped. And even he says that, because that was King ain't nothing to fuck with neither. King, none of the Topiropo, maybe except X Drake. Well, no, I tell you about, none of the Topiropo are nothing to fuck with. Fuck that. Well, Drake's not part of Topiropo. He was against it the whole time, which will probably happen next chapter. I jumping ahead. But fucking yeah, like none of the Topiropo was nothing to fuck with. Like, let's be honest. They're dinosaurs. Even Brian brought this up. They're fucking dinosaurs. Let's be serious. Luffy needs Gear 4, and it's pretty prevalent that to beat these fucking dinosaurs. And like everybody in Kaido's team ain't weak. Let's be clear, straight up. These characters may look dumb, but they are not weak. These niggas are up there. Let's be honest. There's a character called Who's Who. That's the stupidest fucking name I've ever heard in anime history. But that nigga ain't nothing to trifle with. I bet you money. But back to the chapter. I'm sorry, I just went on a tangent about this. But the chapter of 989 ends with fucking the Straw Hats coming together like Power Rangers. And you see everybody. And if you look at it, it kind of looks like how you first get introduced to the fake Straw Hats in Sabaody, how fucking Chopper got deceived by them, and you see Zoro wielding Emma and not hurting himself. Well, not hurting himself, but not getting weak by it. So he's just like, because it's just getting fire. Like Zoro can actually wield Emma now and not be hurtful. And the main man Jinbei is back. I forgot to say that too. Jinbei is 100% back, and he's 100. Now you get to chapter 990. Now this chapter, when it came out, it was a lot of shit with it because it showed everybody. It basically started the entire. This is where the war actually starts. 990 is where like the war for like who wins actually starts, because all the Sulong are fighting against Kaido. Some are hurt, some are really hurt. The only two that are standing that I can say for sure are Cat Viper and Dogstorm. And they are beating the dog shit out of Jack. Jack is bleeding. He's scarred the fuck up. He ain't looking too hot. And then we go off screen and we don't see what the fuck happened. Like Oda is bad. And I don't want to say bad, but like there's a lot of off screen fights that I'm noticing that I just while I was talking to Brian. Like, there's a lot of fucking off screen fights that didn't get mentioned in Wano. Like Page 1 versus Sanji. And in this same chapter, you find out that the Topiropo actually have a spy in their midst. And you find out who the spy was. If you find out the spy was Drake because he's the one who saved Law from getting almost killed by Hawkins. And you find out that Law is actually Sword, undercover Marine faction that does shit off, like really off the grid, and he's been a Marine ever since. Even prior to I think even prior to him being a supernova, he was still Marine. But I don't even think like the admirals even know. And Queen, King, and Who's Who found out that X Drake is a traitor, and they're gonna kill him right there. Right in the middle of a war, they're gonna kill this man. So Drake has, because of the war going on and explosions happen, Drake had to make a decision. And shout out to my nigga Wobie, aka Kobe, the nigga with pink hair who we thought was gonna be trash, and he became like this cool ass dude with goggles and like doing skywalk and shit, and has great hockey. He bust out. And him and Luffy go Luffy goes gear 4 and Drake just Excalibur's fucking these numbers and asks Luffy, can I please join your crew and beat Kaido? Now, the only reason he's doing now people look at this and was like, what? Why would X Drake trade sides? That's such traitor shit. That's disgusting. As a pirate, you should have honor. First, I'm not a pirate in the first place. I'm a Marine. Second, Jinbei, you can't say that's all. You were on Big Mom's crew and you left Big Mom's crew. Now, granted, it was mad. She had you guys on a stronghold, but nah, fuck that. You can't. That was the only thing that pissed me off. That what didn't piss me off, but I was just like, I thought about it. I'm like, Jinbei, you should be the last nigga. Stupid. And before even Luffy could get the words out, maybe. Zoro came in alongside Frankie, was like, fuck no. This nigga was on Kaido's team. He hurt innocent people. He destroyed that town that Otama was a part of. And you're gonna think we're gonna let you on our team when your shit gets out of hand. And I understand that on a crew standpoint. Like, since you guys don't know that X Drake is Marine and he's only doing this to like do his job, and you just thought he's just an evil guy. Yeah, like, I wouldn't let him on the team either. Like, this nigga's this nigga's a monster. But I can also see how the Kaido army is, like I said, the Topiropo ain't nothing to fuck with. The samurai with the Luffy's crew are hugely outnumbered. So I'm not saying Drake is like equal to like 5,000 men, but like Drake is not I don't know, because that dinosaur shit is a little over it. Yeah, I'll take that back. He's not 5,000 men, but I'll say a good number of men. Because that dinosaur form is a big ass save. But Zoro's fighting Drake now because he doesn't want Luffy to like bring him on a team. Because Luffy, not saying Luffy would have been like, yeah, man, join the team, man. We're in the middle of a war. Fuck it, join the team. But he doesn't want Luffy to get the fucking sense that, hey, bro, like, this ain't the time to be inviting everybody and their mom to the house. It's already crazy enough that they're gonna add Kaido's daughter to the mix, and I don't even think Luffy told him that yet. But you see the whole entire pirate Straw Hats fighting the dinosaurs. You see fucking Usopp and Nami attack Ulti and Page 1, which again is the stupidest fucking name ever. I don't care. Who's Who and Page 1 are stupid fucking names for characters. I'm sorry, Oda, but damn it, man. You could have chose a different name. And Usopp's doing his bitch shit high behind Nami after attacking the enemy. Even though Usopp still does his like coward shit, he's more of a man this in the post-time skit than ever. Like, people sleep on Usopp. Usopp is god tier. Usopp did a lot of real nigga shit in the post and pre. And I know he did some bitch shit about fighting Luffy about the bow, because that's my girlfriend's bow and we had to bring it all the way here. But at the same time, like, hey, we gotta get shit moving. So, but at the end of the day, Usopp's still that man no matter what. And this is the chapter 2. I think this is the chapter 2 that had everybody in their fucking feelings. Apu, scratch, man. Check your route, ass nigga. I ain't talking about the GPS. We about to get busy. Turn the DJ's tables on. This nigga Apu is working. I think he controls the numbers too, because for some weird reason when he was crying and like speaking on the loud phone, they were following his orders. So I don't know. And because of that, fucking Drake and Zoro tag team on Apu, which I understand. Apu is fucking annoying. Like, let's be honest. Apu almost like when he snuck. Well, I won't say snuck. When he used his sound fruit and sliced the shit out of Kaido, not Kaido, but fucking Zoro. Everybody was like, "What? Is Zoro ass tier?" And Zoro's not ass tier, but if you never fought Apu ever, and like Apu hit you with this move, you're not like, okay, I didn't see it coming. I didn't know he had that. And it's been 2 years since you guys saw him in Sabaody. Everybody got stronger. And this is also the same chapter where you found out that Queen's is an ass. Well, you found out Queen is an ass in Udon when he was just torturing motherfuckers. But you find out if Queen's getting all this chemical warfare from Dr. Vegapunk, I'm gonna have to switch my thought on Vegapunk being a part of the Revolutionary Army, because this nigga's going off with all these damn chemical bioengineer wars. Because he's there. Bro, that bioengineer shit in One Piece is crazy. And I think at the end of the chapter, you see the Sulong form of Dogstorm and Cat Viper for the first time. It's fucking amazing. Like, I think like Dogstorm looks like a wolf, looks like Shishomaru. Basically this. Dogstorm looks like Shishomaru's and Inuyasha's father with black horns. Cat Viper just looks like Garfield, a white giant Garfield with a gun on his hand. And they beat the dog shit out of Jack. Like, they low diff Jack together. And and you actually see Kaido show like some sympathy for his men, because Kaido's like, oh, no, back up, Jack. I can't let you out here just get clapped by these niggas. Does his Boro breath. My nigga Kinemon. Foxfire Kinemon to be exact. Cut that motherfucking fire in half. Now, when I saw this, I was like, oh shit, nigga, Kinemon's like ridiculously higher grade than I thought. And I forgot he could cut fire. But still, even then, he's still top. That's still a feat. I don't give a fuck if your ability is to cut fire. That's still a feat. And now we get to chapters 992 and 9. Is it 992? Yeah, 992 and 993. So with 992 is basically, well, it's not basically. So Marco decided to show up to Wano because of fucking Cat Viper. Well, Cat Viper told him that, hey, I'm going to Wano to fight Kaido. and he telling Marco starts getting sad because he starts thinking about like the old man and Odin and all them, because he met Odin when he was a young kid, so he starts like breaking down and stuff. But now that Marco comes and joins the fight and steps to Big Mom. Now, when I saw this, I was like, you're stepping to Big Mom? Like, Marco. Now, Marco's not weak. Like, let's get this straight. Marco's not no trash ass nigga. But like, Marco in comparison to Big Mom is a huge gap. And they only show that he's telling her that, hey, even though we're not a part, even though the Whitebeard Pirates have disbanded, we still don't take orders from anybody, so we're free to do anything we want to. And it cuts off right there, and it goes to the meat and potatoes of the chapter, which is basically the 9 red scabbards versus Kaido. And let me tell you this shit here. Kaido thought in dragon form he was gonna work these niggas. Not in the case. My nigga Cat Viper came out of nowhere, clawed this nigga face. Dogstorm, since he got his leg chopped off by Jack, he has a blade on his leg now, and he just stabbed that nigga in the throat. Kamawatsu is doing his thing. I think he cut Kaido's jaw. And Kaido was going in to do a blast breath against everybody. And here comes Raizo of the motherfucking Mist. This nigga wrapped him around in his ninja scrolls, right? Now, me thinking, what is Raizo really gonna fucking do? As soon as Kaido did his blast breath, Raizo reflected the blast breath right back to Kaido, thus putting Raizo at Yonko level. Because that's some high grade shit, bro. Raizo of the fucking Mist went straight Naruto on Kaido. And the end of the chapter, the end of 992, they end up doing all the scabbards with sword who are actually samurai come together to do their master Odin's best move, Tokishima Sianu, something like that, and cuts Kaido on the same scar. Like this nigga was like, I'm dying, which he wasn't dying, but he was getting fucked up. Like, he was getting really fucked up. And it leads to 993, in which everybody who's enjoying the fire festival, well, the real fire festival that nobody's gonna die from, that they're just enjoying it because after the fire festival they're going to go back to their natural lives and dealing with Kaido again and not having fun. So when we get back to Onigashima, you see fucking the plague doctor queen shoot everybody with these ice bullets that turn you into ice onis and spread by biting you or touching you. Queen is a son of a bitch. Like, this nigga is just boasting about her turning his own men into fucking ice demons and just working them. And with this same chapter, you see Sanji, Luffy, and Jinbei tag team in escorting Luffy all the way up to the top. And with this same chapter, you see the bullshit ass pleasures, the guys who ate the fake devil fruits and end up becoming like animal pirates, like, and not like the cool zone animal pirates, like the weird oblong ones. Because like, whenever you get a chance, type in One Piece pleasures. Well, no. Let me take it back. Type in, because you might get some weird shit. Type in One Piece Wano Country pleasures, bro. There's this one nigga who ate a small fruit and his fist is a gorilla. Like, his whole fist is the upper part of the gorilla, and it actually punches with it. Bro, these fucking smile devil fruit users are fucking aggravating. Like, these niggas make no sense. Like, Oda, what the fuck were you thinking when you made these niggas? Like, seriously. And with the same arc, fucking same chapter, you see Shinobu with Momonosuke running from the Kaido's men and Sugar. I never know how to pronounce his name. Sasaki. And you see Sasaki with his armored troops trying to kill Momo, but the main man or woman, Yamato, comes in and defends him and gives them the ultimatum that they all wanted. I'm going to protect Momonosuke until I die. And at the end of the 993, you see Kiku get her arm chopped off by Kaido's wind blades. Now, when I first saw this chapter, I was like, did Kiku just get like half of her like body? Well, half of his. Yeah, I forgot Kiku's a dude. Damn it. When Kiku got his arm chopped off, it looked like it cut off like his shoulder and part of his torso because of the way the blood was splattered. But they ended up in 994 putting using cauterizing the wound with Kinemon's sword, which Kiku was a real nigga for that one, because he didn't even like flinch. He was like, I'm all right, let's do it. Now, and that's even crazy. You're gonna fight Kaido with one arm, and with seeing all the resolve that the samurai went through to fight Kaido gets out of his dragon form, which he needed to in the first place, because in their dragon form they were working you. Like, I'm gonna be 100% honest. That dragon form looked a lot less scary when them red scabbards were on his ass. And with the honorable like fighting that they did, Kaido went to his human form and is about to fight them human to human, person to person instead of dragon to person. And these pleasures in these chapters are fucking weird, man. I know I already said that they're weird, but like going through this chapter, you start seeing how fucking there's a chicken and a giraffe. There's a dude whose head is literally coming out of a chicken's ass, and a dude who's literally his body's coming out of the giraffe's neck. So like, think of a giraffe, but replace the head and put a human on it. And not the human's face, just a whole human torso on a fucking giraffe. It is bonkers. It's horrendous. Like, bro, it's so nasty looking, man. Like, it's horrendous. Like, I would rather be a normal ass human than look like these motherfuckers. And with this, they go back to Queen, and you see that Queen is like, hey, Apu, since I have the antibodies to help get rid of all this bullshit, why don't I just give to you and have everybody chase you around for a whole marathon? Apu got out of there faster than a nigga from Cyborg 009. If you remember that show and how fast that nigga ran, that's how he got out of there. Like, Apu put feet to the ground, knees to chest, and is running from these niggas. Like, running from these niggas. Like, and I would too, man. Fuck that. Like, man, nah, bro. Nah. I got Drake, because Queen uses on his own men too. So you got Kaido's men, Luffy, and like Drake on your ass. Luffy's team and everybody and Drake on your ass try to get the fucking vaccine so they can heal themselves. And Apu Queen is just sitting there laughing his ass off the whole time. While fucking the next chapter, Marco and fucking Big Mom, 995, the next chapter, they fuck him and Big Mom are going at it. And you realize that Marco ain't weak, like I said. Marco, even though Marco still got yoked up by Big Mom and almost got clapped by Peril Sprout at the same time, he's still not, because of his flames, and they're not really actual fire, they're like Phoenix fire. He was able to fucking knock out Prometheus, but with that, Big Mom still yoked him up. And because of that too, I forgot to mention 2 chapters ago, freaking when Carrot and Wanda from Zoe come in and get the revenge on Parasparrow, they see him and they chase after him in their Sulon form. When I tell you Wanda and Carrot in their Sulon forms are waifu material, they are super waifu material. Like, they claw that nigga eye out. Like, Parasparrow already has a candy arm because his arm got blasted off. Now he has, like, he got scarred on the face. I don't know how he's gonna get that recovered, but like, that shit was crazy. Big Mom dips out and leaves her first son there. They deal with two bitches that like literally can like beat your ass. Like, Wanda and Carrot is gonna kill Parasparrow. He can't even see. And now Zoro is still like chasing the shit out of Pooh. Like, Big Mom dipped off and is trying to go back to Onigashima to fight with Kaido, fight together with Kaido, I believe. And Apu is still running in Onigashima, getting chased by everybody and their fucking mom. Now, Apu ain't no bitch. He may look weak and may be running, but like, he knows how to fight. He brought out his tonfas to start fighting Zoro and X Drake at the same time with his hockey tonfas. Because if you look at the fucking panel, they're black, and I know in manga everything's black and white, but there's distinct shading, or not shading, but the way it looks and the way it's clashing against Emma, it looks like a hockey tonfa. And with Drake and fucking Zoro clashing together, they're trying to get this nigga Apu to stop. And Chopper gets infected with the fucking ice oni disease that everybody's getting infected with. And he has to figure out what to do because he's a doctor. If he dies, everybody's fucked. Now, this is probably the best part of Wano to me. Well, to me and a lot of other people. When they go off and go to and catch up to Nami and Usopp versus Ulti and Page 1, they get all screen ass kicked. Like, Nami's on the ground bleeding. Usopp just took multiple headbutts by Ulti, and Ulti is I don't even know the name of this fucking dinosaur, man. It's those dinosaurs with like smooth heads and they use to ram each other. I forgot the name of that dinosaur. But like, she headbutted Usopp multiple times. Like, his head cracked, his nose is cracked, which makes no sense. And like, he's just out cold bleeding. He's still around, but he's just out cold. And that again speaks to the prowess of Usopp. How the hell could you survive a headbutt that Luffy had to go Gear 4 against to stop her? Even though these motherfuckers are dinosaurs, you had to go Gear 4 against these niggas. These niggas ain't weak. Like, you can't just think you're gonna get better up on these niggas. But fucking Ulti picks up fucking Nami and tells her, tell me that your captain will not be Pirate King and I won't kill you. And in my head, I was like, she might lie. Because Usopp was telling her, hey, lie. You don't have to tell the truth. And I was like, all right. I can see that. She's gonna lie her way out, and then everything goes well. But I was wrong. She ends up telling Ulti, hey, he is going to be Pirate King. Don't matter who says it. And that was the realest part. And it ends off with fucking the dog Otama and her dog biting the shit out of Ulti and rescuing Usopp and Nami and telling them that we're also samurai too. We're even children that are from the land of Wano, which is cool. That I'm glad Otama and Momo are in the eyes of like the super eyes. They actually stand against them, which I have to salute. Excuse me, because as a 10-year-old kid and you're facing like a mammoth or a giant monkey, you're not really gonna be Brave in the face. Speaking of which, the monkey that fucking Luffy knocked out with Congress hockey and that Otama gave the fucking dumpling to is actually working with them now. Which people have brought up in also in conversations that Otama, if not the real devil fruit users, they should just give her cheek dumplings to and they'll be okay. The smile devil fruit users will be able to be controlled by her I think her devil fruit power, which is the one thing that confuses me about fucking Wano. I don't know if is that ninja stuff or their devil fruit, because the clothes shit that Kinemon does, I don't know if that's ninja art or is that fucking devil fruit. Because if that's devil fruit, that's fucking cool. If not, then it's a cool ninja move. Let's see. Yeah, well, not back to 996 and 997 and 998. These last 3 chapters, and I'm gonna call it a night for you guys because I am recording this at late. Well, not that late. It's only 6 o'clock. It's just mad dark out here. So for 996, it starts off on and popping. Actually, yeah, we are on 996 now too. But fucking the gorilla came, blocked the shot from page 1, and saved an ulti, and seems to be holding his own against her, which is crazy as is already. Then we cut to Yamato and her defending Momosuke and Momo and fucking Shinobu. Damn, I'm getting my shit mixed up today. I don't know why. And Yamato seems to be like, well, Yamato's taking damage, but if she's a dragon, she'll be okay. Then Shigaraki also telling her to stand down because they don't really want to kill her, because they really can't, because that's Kaido's child and they don't want to kill their boss's kid. Then for a split second, you see fucking Yamato like she's about to go like into like some demon mode type shit, which told me 2 things: either she's a dragon like her father, or is she on some like otherworldly type shit. And here comes Frankie getting chased by the fucking giant number that thinks that the Frankie mobile Gundam suit is a fucking toy. And I guess they switched opponents, that Frankie's gonna fight Sasaki, which there's another thing that I read on Reddit, and that's probably in the One Piece community, that I heard that Shiraki is a childhood friend, is the son of a childhood friend of Frankie's in Water 7. So that makes sense that they switch opponents, and Saraki will have to fight Frankie, a friend of his dad's. And the number got knocked out by Yamato because apparently she knows armament hockey too, and used it as a fucking arrow with her club. Like she just used the hardening and shot it up and hit the number in the face and knocked him smooth the fuck out. And we don't stay on Yamato long because we go skip to bitch ass Trafalgar Water D Law, that lame ass character, the worst character. Well, not the worst character. I'm not gonna say worst. He's the second worst Supernova to me because he ain't do shit. Like, he made a plan to kill Kaido and didn't do a motherfucking thing. Like, well, I would say he destroyed the Smile Factory. I'll give you that. But once they hit Dressrosa, it was ass whooping season for the fucking Law. He got his ass whooped by fucking. He could have got his ass whooped by Fujitora. He got his ass whooped by Dom. He got beat up by that mucus nigga. And then it just Law didn't look like the Law I was like shown in Sabaody when I first saw him. I'm like, oh, this shit nigga is down to knock some shit over, but he just ended up being trash. But it cuts back to Law and it cuts to a memory of Corazon telling him about the D family, and I guess Law's whole goal was still to kill get rid of the Yonko, but also find out what the D stands for in his and Luffy's name, because apparently if you had like the D in your D as a middle name, you're supposed to be like be able to take down the gods, and I guess that counts for the celestial dragons since they consider themselves that. So I guess if you have a D in your name, the celestial dragons are kind of worried about you, I guess. And since Robin's the only person who does the archaeology in the group, she knows she doesn't know anything of the Will of D, and Luffy's doesn't really give a damn because I guess he only has a goal to be Pirate King. I guess he doesn't really care what his middle name stands for. Well, the meaning by the middle name. And that's weird too because you find out that Odin is the one writing on those road. Oh, it wasn't. What was it, Odin? No, Odin knows how to read the poneglyphs, which is really crazy. Well, it's from, I think it's from Wano. I might be wrong. I might be way wrong. But back to the chapter. I was crazy. I was on tangent. But in the same chapter, freaking everybody's trying to get to the top of the place to fight Kaido, and all hell's breaking loose because everybody's in a rush. Kid, Killer, everybody's trying to get to the top. And speaking of which, when we get to the top of the tower, you see the whole 9 scabbards down. I don't know if they're dead or not, but they're definitely down. Like, they're definitely not out. Because I guess Kaido in his human form is way more formidable in his dragon form. His mom popped her big ass in and knocked over the whole fucking... Knocked over Apu, Chopper, Robin, Zoro, and Drake to get to the top. And by Sanji's fucking observation, simp hockey, he ends up hearing a woman screaming in the distance. And that goes into 997, man. Like, how Sanji's is so dumb. Like, Sanji's my favorite Straw Hat, but damn, man, he just be doing the dumbest shit. Because it ends up being a fucking trap for him by a fucking Black Maria, which you find out that her devil fruit is a fucking spider, which I'm so fucking scared of. I really hate fucking spiders. Like, it's going to be really hard me reading, like, 999 if it's not flashback or any other chapter with her in it. Because she's pretty hot, but when you actually see her, you can see the spider a little bit. Damn it, no. Ugh. But this is probably one of my favorite chapters of the week that it came out, because when they get done with Sanji and his simping for Black Maria, it cuts to Zoro still trying to catch Apu when he's trying to be Flash Gordon. Fucking Kiku's arm falls down from the top of the ceiling when he got his arm chopped off, and Zoro and Robin sees it. So Zoro immediately goes, Itoriu Iai, and cut that motherfucker Apu almost in half. Like, he cut, like, if you see the art for it, which I'm probably going to Photoshop into the cover, he cut Apu before X Drake got to him. Like, it was sick. Like, everybody's like, Nani? Even fucking Queen is like, what the fuck just happened? Now that they got the antidote, Chopper can fucking save everybody in the fucking enemy or fucking ally. Which I'm glad Chopper didn't die, because I don't know why, but everybody hates Chopper. I mean, I love Chopper, but it made more sense for him to be small and adorable pre-time skip and make him taller post-time skip like he was in pre-time skip. Because if you look at post-time skip Chopper and compare him to pre-time skip, is like night and day. Like, that nigga's like 2 feet tall, like twice the size he is in pre-time skip than post. And Oda trolls us and Oda goes back and trolls us with the whole Zoro might have Conqueror's Haki, which I truly believe he does, because it wouldn't make sense for him not to. And he done Conqueror's Haki s shit before, but it wasn't like official. But it's also funny too because Brooke mentions it too, like, "Hey, you're doing Conqueror's Haki with all your anger and earthquakes," and then Zoro ends up being like, "Nah, I'm not doing it. It's somebody coming from the fucking. It's some earthquake happening," which people thought it was fucking Blackbeard who was on Wano, which be crazy as fuck. Like Blackbeard would be trying to jump Kaido while everybody's trying to fight Kaido. But you end up finding out that Yamato ends up telling Momo when they look off the rails, off the edge of the cliff, that dragons, and I'm putting bunny ears on, dragons are able to use fire clouds to lift and to fly. So Kaido, using his fire clouds with his dragon power, lifted Onigashima and flying it all the way to Wano and dropping it on it. Now, when I read this chapter, I immediately came to speculation that Kaido is not a Devil Fruit user. He's a literal dragon. Because this makes no fucking sense. Like, no fucking sense at all. And the way that Yamato, like, mentioned only dragons can do it. Like, it's plural as in, like, more than one. And there's only one Devil Fruit. Well, it's different types of Devil Fruit like, there's different types of Devil Fruit of a subclass, but I don't think there's that many Devil Fruit subclass for dragons. And the way she made it seem like it was multiple on multiple scales. And I think everything for 997 was really just Kaido's, the earthquake happening, everybody being confused, like what the fuck's going on, and Zoro keep beating Apu, and you find out that fucking Kaido ain't nothing to fuck with. And then in the newest chapter today, I mean not today, and this week, well actually no, it is officially comes out today since it's Sunday, that you see my man Sharaki, my favorite dinosaur, the Triceratops. He is a Triceratops, which is really fucking cool because it actually makes more sense that his armor defense corpse and he's a Triceratops because of the shielding. But I think his color tone is green since his hair is green, so he might be a green Triceratops. And again, you see Black Maria in her spider form, which is so weird. Like, bro, it is so weird looking. And you see all the other Zoan types, all the other animal pirates in their Zoan forms. Page 1 in his Spinosaurus, Alti, Black Maria as the Jurai Gomo, who's a saber-tooth tiger, who's who knows Jinbei pre-time skip, and it's confused, and Jinbei's trying to figure out who it is, but he has a mask on so you can't see. Like, oh man, I'm not gonna read that chapter with Black Maria. It was so weird with that fucking face. Ugh. Frankie's gonna fight Saraki, and he's shooting his shit smithereens. Jinbei's protecting the floor below Kaido so Luffy can go up to the top and fight Kaido, which I don't know what's going to happen in the last two chapters, for which I'm going to speak on after this chapter review. Freaking X-Drake came out of nowhere and almost killed Apu for trying to jump Zoro when his back was turned. So we saw every mythical and ancient Zoan type that's in the Animal Pirates transform, because Queen and Drake transform too, which is wild. And you find out that Marco's passive, this Phoenix Fire, can help get rid of that Ice Oni shit that fucking Queen was trying to infect everybody with. So Marco is actually super fucking useful. I'm just trying to figure out how the fuck Ace comes back again post time skip, because Yamato stated that Ace came here to kill Kaido but left, but he destroyed the statue. Like, they're giving Ace's legend is gonna be as Ace's legend is legendary already, and he didn't do shit. Like if on a grand scheme of things, like if we compare his his legacy already is kind of up there. Like even him not because he reached Wano, like he reached the new world before fucking Luffy did, and that's crazy. Because what if Ace didn't die? Like think of it, Ace in the new world, like he would have gotten a mad power boost, and Sabo still would have been OP because he knows all that dragon shit. Now granted he won't be fire Sabo crazy OP, but he's still OP. But that was the whole 10 chapter review I wanted to do on One Piece because it's been like there's been a great couple chapters for the past 2 or 3 months. But I guess this leads into my conversation about chapter 1000 that comes out January 4th, 2020 officially. But since we might get the leaks early, it might be the week before, so it's probably be before New Year. It'll probably be on New Year. Actually, it might be literally on New Year's, the day of New Year's Eve. So on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, we might have a manga leak. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna look into it, but I'm saying. But hopefully, that chapter is the greatest chapter ever. And apparently, he's going to redo the cover art he did for chapter 100. So it's because on chapter 100. The cover was Zoro, Sanji, Nami, and Luffy with gold and they're eating. And now they're on chapter 1000 and there's way more of them. They might be on some whole crazy other shit. But I think that's all I really have to talk about today. I appreciate you guys listening and thank you guys for listening. I still got a lot of stuff in the works. And I hope you guys get a chance to, well, you guys are going to get a chance to listen to it. And I'm definitely going to put my stuff out more on YouTube and SoundCloud and Spotify and iTunes. So watch out. Definitely probably next Monday, all my episodes will be on YouTube. So check them out. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. And have a great day, guys.
The quote-unquote cold stand the tester. Time for the chosen ones to find the best. Noble minds that ever grace the face of hemisphere. When the fear fly over the blue yonder, where the sky meets the sea and I meets no I and boy meets world and became a man to serve the word to say the day, the night, and the girl too. Some days, some nights, some live, some die, and the way of the samurai. Some fight, some bleed, some up, some down, the sons of a bad rhyme. Some days, some nights, some live, some die, in the name of the samurai. Some fight, some bleed, some up, some down, the sons of a bad rhyme. A bad rhyme.
That's right. Nobody messes with the samurai.